Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. Happy Saturday. Mine. I fucking love this song so much. Jade informed me that last song we listened to literally features, what's his name? Oh my God, I already forgot his name. Patrick Wilson from like the Annabelle movies. I've heard that song a million times and I had no idea that was him. I didn't know that was his name. Let's be real. I'm really bad with names. I didn't know his name was Patrick Wilson, which I already forgot. Patrick Wilson. There. Patrick, it's gonna stick. Patrick Wilson. All right. We've got him. Maybe. He's lockboxed. I didn't know, but it's really good. That song is beautiful. Good morning, Manny. How are you, love? I hope you're all having an okay weekend. This has been the longest 100 years of my life. I've spent most of the morning being an emotional mess. Ugh. Same. Same. Man, I know I'm not the only one running into this right now, but like when social media is one of your few distractions from the world and you open up social media and it's just like death, 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 death. It's a lot. It's a lot for everybody. It's a lot for everybody. We're all just balls of it right now. It is a fucking... Yeah. I texted Elle this morning and I was like, I think maybe I need to come up with a code word to let y'all know when I'm at the point when maybe inpatient care should be considered, because I don't think I have the courage or the ability to say it when it's needed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'll just be like, I think I'm going to grow my hair out and become a Republican, and people will be like, oh no, there's a sign. But maybe we should have a code word before that point. Because like, you know, she's upstairs right now. Like, boo! Like, I'm no fucking joke, guys. I know I'm not the only one that does this. I wake up in the morning oftentimes with like a song in my head. Do you want to know what I woke up with in my head this morning? You wouldn't be able to guess. The Saw theme. Do you want to know the last time I saw a Saw movie? Me neither. Couldn't tell you. But that bum bum bum, that fucking Saw theme. That's what I woke up with in my head. That's what 2026 is serving. Saw. So, woo. I don't like the Saw movies. I can't tell you the last time I saw them, but that's the music that was in my head this morning. Oh my God, Vile, are you okay? What happened? Good morning, Vis. It is January has been the longest month. I hear that like Georgia and North Carolina, you guys officially have more snow than I've had this whole season. It's fucking crazy. She wants someone to play a game. I do. Do you want to play a game? I was worried. That shouldn't be what I wake up in my mind with. To be fair, the Saw theme's pretty catchy. It is, but I couldn't tell you the last time I saw. The first one is okay. The second one's okay. I don't remember. The Saw movies are similar to like Land Before Time. There's too many. You're just into gore porn. It's sanctified jerking off to blood. Whatever. Enjoy. What happened, Vile? Are you okay? No. Viata, you keep it. You stop that right now. Saw. Yeah, I'm feeling it in my brain. We're saying saw too many times. Thank you for the streaking. Fingy is better. I changed the dressing this morning, and it's like, it's just all white. It's dead. I really thought I might have gotten the skin to reattach, but I don't think so. But it feels a lot better today. It does feel a lot better. Like, the last 2 days, you saw me on stream. I didn't even have to knock it on something, and all of a sudden it would just be white out pain. I'd be like, ah! Today, none of that, thankfully. I'm very excited to take a bath eventually. I literally had planned right before doing this, I was like, I'm going to take a bath tonight. Shink. Silly Katie. Tricks are for kids. Is it? Nameless, do you have a lot? I've heard it's pretty bad out there right now. Please just stay inside. No one in your state knows how to drive in this. Stay inside, stay alive. Good morning, Barry, my love. Y'all that were up in movie night, I don't know how you were awake. I fell asleep, I think, right before credits of that Moon movie, which I laughed because, like, Zach was half listening to it in the back room, so he kind of was hearing the movie, and I was out here working on leather stuff while I was watching. And so he missed the ending part, and he was like, all right, summate, like, what was the summation of the movie? I don't want to spoil it for you guys. It was called Moonfall. It was pretty good. I like space corny movies. But I went, like, it was AI. You know, that's not like the kicker, but, you know, it's like a story about AI going bad. But, like, AI turns into dark sky farts that, like, join together into one giant dark sky fart together. I don't know. But I tried describing it to him, and he's just like, AI farts. It wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. Double extra bonus movie night was fun. I love Fridays because we, like, if we're good kids, we get extra movies, and I love that because I just sit here and do stuff. Moonfall, yeah. It had the guy, Patrick Wilson, no. No, I'm just embarrassed. Why am I forgetting her name? It's just too early. Barry, it's right there. It's Barry. It's, oh my God, it's right there. Do you hear the Barry coming out? What is her name? Halle Berry. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you. Oh my God, we were so close, though. We got to Barry. Halle Berry. Wow. Big wows. Halle Berry was in it. It was good, though. I was entertained. I had an entertaining time. It was cute. I don't understand why the kids were even part of it, but other than that, it was cute. I liked it. Halle Berry queen. And she looks just as fine as ever. I do not. Okay, hold on. I need to catch up on Vile's story. Hold on. Okay. So the story's cut up. Blah, 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 blah. Where did it begin? So remember this? Yes, I remember the stalker. Someone tried to get in through my backsliding doors very poorly, scared them off, called the cops because I know who it was. Was it your fucking stalker? Because that's so scary. Based on the comment about Land Before Time, there's only one of those movies. Correct, Kiki Nick. Thank you. Correct. You know it was her. Them. Your stalker. That's so fucking scary, dude. I do not know. She figured out that I moved here either. I do not know. You know, like, did you see her? Time to get a dog, dude. Time to get a big dog. I know I'm the dog person that's always like, everybody needs a dog, but real talk. Vile, you know for a fact, I have listened to thousands of true crime stories. Not only that, I worked in an ER with a lot of true crime. Universally, do you want to know what every single serial killer says? Get a dog, I won't come in your house. Every single one. Every single fucking one. Because a dog, they're not scared of the dog, it barks. You've got a barking dog now. Get a dog. No one's breaking into my house. No one could breathe near my house without my dogs going, bark, bark. Get a dog. I know you were saying you want a cat. Maybe it's time to get a dog. Go rescue a cute little pitty that looks scary. He's got a heart of gold. Fuck that bitch. I need you safe. People hear, that's what I'm saying. People hear, it's not even him. It's actually Lilith's bark. My boy looks so cute right now, though. Look at him. Look at those eyes. He's so scary, but he's all curled up in his hoodie. Lil's bark scares people. Like, literally, I've watched people come up and knock on my front door here, and then Lil goes off, and they do this, and they back down my steps. Like, BTK on record from one of his victims who survived him. I'm not kidding. Direct quote. He said, you should have got a dog. We'll never break in if you have a dog. I know I'm like maybe a little true crime paranoid. I don't have dogs because of true crime, but like the fact that I have dogs and tattoos makes me feel very safe from true crimers and cannibals. One snap, because we're broken. Oh my God, Viata, me too, though. Viata, have you ever seen that? It's a very famous picture that went around for a while a few years back. It was a National Geographic picture. And by a few years, probably 20, who knows? But it's just this a female, it's a lioness. and she's just like jaw open, but her fucking face is drenched in blood because she's just pulled her face out of the gut of something. And it's just dripping, and she's just looking at the camera like, and it's the fucking, you. I'd like to see that. Mary Berry. Oh my God, poor Mary Berry. Is she still alive? I think Mary Berry, is she still alive? I'm in your front garden using your Wi-Fi. The dogs have not noticed me yet. Barry, the fact that you think my Wi-Fi works beyond this room is fascinating. I live in the mountains. Nothing works here. I can't even talk on the phone in my yard, Barry. You wouldn't be able to siphon it from my yard. Literally, Bolt. Who let that bearded man in? The glowing eyes of pure love. And then there's Bill. That's my guard dog. She's got the big bark. You know the one I'm talking about. It's fucking majestic. Yes, you know the lioness I'm talking about. Yeah. Even my mini schnauzer scares people. Literally, any dog, anything that's going to make noise if someone's tapping on your door, that's alerting neighbors. That becomes a problem for more than just you. And people who are stalkers, crimers, cannibals, serial killers are at their core very scared. Very scared. They only go after sure deals. They're paranoid. And if you're not a sure deal, i.e., you've got a dog that now alerts all your neighbors of their nefarious activity. Do you know what I'm saying? I think this is the Who. Yes. We're on just ghost radio now. PSA, everything's a weapon. I often think about what I would hit people with. Do you want to know, like literally, do you want to know what goes through women's heads when we're bored? I just did it this morning. I was sitting here and I was like, do I do my makeup or do I just not? And I just didn't because I've been crying so fucking much lately. Like it's pointless. I'm just crying my makeup off. So I was just sitting here and I looked at this. This is, Beth got me this for Christmas. And I thought to myself, like, what a fun, like, just like take those horns and just straight into the top of someone's fucking head. And it's got a really good grip on it. You can really nail that little goose right between your and just fucking, yeah, it's really hard. It's rock hard. Yeah, this is a weapon. Yeah, it's not plastic. This is not a rubber duck. This is like hard, stabbable material. But I think about that all over my desk. I also have a giant knife at my desk. That's neither here nor there. And giant scissors all around me. Really, you shouldn't break into a crafter's home. You shouldn't. I'll win. Do you know what I'm saying? I have lots of giant pairs of knives around me. I'll win. I wouldn't. I just want you saved. I still hate that I couldn't see all the signs of this crazy MAGA lady. My shit just jumped. All those years ago, I'm stupid. You're not. Do you, Vile, I know you've heard the story from Zach, his funny story of how he fucked a Nazi. Do you know that I did too? Didn't see, I'm a Jew. Didn't see one fucking sign. Not one. Nothing. These people, back when we were younger, didn't flash their horrible flags and their horrible opinions because the world was like, you have horrible opinions and you're a terrible person. You should probably change or hide yourself. So they did. So I literally went after a dude who had jet black hair and seafoam green eyes. One of the most stunning creatures I've ever seen in my entire life. He played bass guitar. He loved metal. He could play Primus bass guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I jumped that dick so fucking fast. I sucked it. Fucking Nazi. You can't see everything. We learn, we grow, we change, we move forward. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all we can fucking do. Everybody makes mistakes. Do you know how many white penises I've touched? Mistake. We have lots. It's not like, it just sucks you're going through it now. Like, it sucks, but please don't feel like that's on you. There's no fucking way. Like, it wasn't normal for people to put their weird hate flags and stuff on their cars 20 years ago. Happy fucking 2 years, Rage. Jesus Christ.
It's not a cult. Hail Satan, and I appreciate you.
My GF? Oh my God, Katie. My girlfriend kickboxes. We have all kinds of weapons related to that, including Chinese swords and the like. You'll try to break in here once and only once. Same. I have 3 13-foot pythons direct, like you walk in my front door right there and it's just 3 13-foot pythons right there. Well, one of them's like 8 feet. The top one's 8 feet. These two are around 12. Right there. And then if you're brave enough to get past that, then it's just a wall of spiders. Like tarantulas bigger than probably your dick. And like, if you've made it that far, wow, you must be a friend. What's happening? I have a 16-inch knife in my house in my bed. No one would survive my house. Same. But good. I don't want you to survive my house. Get out. If you're not invited, you're not allowed to survive here. It's not my dogs you got to worry about. I have so much repressed rage. Try me. Dude. Jade, have you ever, and I'm saying this as someone who relates, have you ever thought about that like on a concerning level? Like I have had a few explosive moments in my life. The first one being when I was in 2nd grade. And it was, my dad was dying. I was watching it. All of these things compounding on a little 7-year-old. And I pinned a kid to the ground and fucking caved his face in. Because he took my kickball. And I've thought about that as an adult. And like, if someone was to come in and just start to just trigger me in a way, and I was sitting here holding these, like, I don't think I'd come to until they were through this part of their head and sticking out that part. And I'd be like, oh no, did you come piss me off in my craft room again? Fuck. It takes a lot to get me there, but I can get there. His name was Kenny Fantasia. He's in jail for selling drugs. I still feel bad about pummeling that kid's face in. Kids need help. Kids need help. Help the kids before they beat each other up. Text disabled vet with years of prepping under his belt. This house is not a safe place for intruders. Good. Always learning. Mouse would run around snarling while I grabbed a weapon, and there are a lot of weapons scattered around. I can reach my small forest axe from my desk. There's knives everywhere. My wife collects glass stuff. Fuck yeah, you're fine. Yeah. It's sad that you have to think that way, but like, I don't fucking fuck all that. I just want you safe, Vile. I was seeing a guy in 2019 that's on the registry now. We all make mistakes. We do. Yeah, I mean, the most evil people in the world are the most apt at hiding the evil, right? They hide, and like, real talk, we've had to deal with this really recently in our community, but people who are offenders and are bad tend to hide in places of good. They want to hide behind a gossamer of good, i.e., BTK was a very high-standing member of his church and the leader of a Boy Scout troop. BTK, bind, torture, kill. BTK. They hide. And so, very unfortunately, my mods and I are acutely aware of this, that we are a community that stands for a lot of things that are good, and people can hide in that very easily. And so we're very like, are you being a performative cunt?
Cause I'm ready to fucking kill you and bury you in my yard. Don't fuck with my community. This is a very delicate ecosystem. Fuck off.
You know what I mean? In the house of Katie, the walls move and are alive. 100%. Spider's bigger than my dick. Thanks. I just remember the story from the guy on Tinder who hooked up with a bug sex lady that wanted to have them both covered in stick bugs while they fucked. No. I have a lot of opinions about that, but like the one that I desperately want to put forward first is just like, that's so unsafe for the poor stick bugs. Stick bugs, i.e. nymphs, are like literally just stuck in a larval stage of insectism, and they're so delicate. Like, yeah, they could grow a leg back, but they can't grow their entire fucking torso back. Yeah. The poor stick bugs. That's just sad. I feel bad for the stick bugs. These are really nice scissors. They're very, very expensive. But these are tailor scissors, man. I use these for leather. I have another pair that's for material. But they're also insanely sharp, and I could end someone with them very easily. Exactly. You threaten the safety of my family, my pets, my home? You're done. There's no questioning there. I'm a reenactor. Need I say more? Oh, I love that. Swords. Swords. I mean, Vile, that's completely understandable, but also, I mean, I feel like I'm just reiterating things. You can't put your life on hold because someone is trying to ruin your life. You have to make steps towards living your life. So, an alarm system, a dog, a girlfriend. You have to be able to still live your life. Like what this person wants to do is stall your life. They're winning by stalling your life. Like, you have to keep moving forward, but making moves towards your own safety and shit like that. I'm so sorry that's happening, though. I hope I'm not coming off as like a cunt about it. I'm scared and I want you to be safe. That's it. There are now 6 cops, of two of which are sheriffs you have to pass to get to my house. Jesus. "100% Desmond, yes. Literally, I remember this instant with this kid that I punched a lot. I was in 2nd grade. It was horrible. I literally just like tried to cave his face in because I had so much internal 7-year-old rage over what was going on in my own life that this kid stealing my kickball at recess was enough. That was it. And I remember his name. This was 2nd grade. I remember his name, his face, everything. It's so poignant because I've never forgot it. It was so fucked up. And then, I mean, it gets even worse. It's so fucked up. So when the kid finally got up after I was just into his face, he was crying because we're 7. And do you know what I did? "Oh, are you going to tell on me? Are you going to tell a teacher that a girl hit you?" I just kept screaming that at him until he ran inside and he never told anyone. And to this day, I'm kind of the reason I think that he's in jail for selling drugs. I don't fucking know. All of it fucks with me all the time. Because, like, what the fuck? What? A 7-year-old bully. 7? 6. My dad wasn't dead yet. I could have been 6. I don't know. I was a baby. It was all fucked up. I think about it a lot. Like, I ruined his life. I might have. I was a very angry kid. My family is very, very much, I'm not saying excuse. I've definitely gone through a lot of therapy to, like, be not this shitty person. But my family is very much the type where, like, keep it inside. Keep it on your own time. Don't ruin my day with your shit. Keep that in. So if you're around people 24/7, you just keep that shit in 24/7, and eventually it comes out. All of my brothers have anger issues. They've all been to jail multiple times. It's terrible. We've all got a lot of, like, not 100% emotionally mature because we don't really know how to do it maturely. Like, I run now. That takes a lot of my energy out. Shit like that. I have a family member like that. He's supposed to move into this house. I'll fight. Oh no, my Band-Aid. No. Do I have to put another one on to keep you down, you motherfucker? Katie, younger you was fucked up. You have no idea. It literally, it's so fucked up. It's not, again, we're not excusing, just talking about shit. I didn't compute that hitting was wrong until I moved out of my house. No one said that. No one said, "Hey, no hitting." It was just stop picking on your sister, when really I was just being hit. And then it's so fucked up. I hope this isn't trauma dumping at anyone, just commiserating. I dated a guy who hit me. And I hit him back so fast. So instinctually, so fast. It wasn't even a question. Like, fucker slapped me, and I, like, literally came back from it and just, poo! And he cried. He cried, and he cried, and he cried, and he cried, and he cried. And there was a part in my soul that was like, first off, I shouldn't be just, like, living in a situation where I'm cool with someone hitting me. Like, that's weird. I don't know what's happening here. But it really scared me how ready I was to hit back. Didn't even take me a millisecond. It was so instinctual to just, like, reel back and just whap, fucking straight in the face. And that scared me, and that was the day I started going to therapy. Hard. a lot of hard therapy because I was like, where'd that come from? Why is that even in me? Where'd that fucking come? And that's my therapist was like, oh, did you not know that adults don't hit each other? And I was like, what do you mean? How do you conflict resolute if one person's not bleeding out the face hole? She was like, oh no. I'm sure I'm not the only one here. A lot of us lived in very violent households. It's very normal. It's not scary. It's just like, oh, you're pissed. Put my head in a wall. I'm fine. Not excusing it. Again, just like it's weird looking on it as an adult with those two different views of like being a kid and being like, I did walk pretty loud, so you should probably hit me. Or like, I was breathing a little obtrusively at the dinner table. You should probably hit me in the face. Like that made sense. And then to be in my 20s and be like, oh, you just watched your kids hit each other a whole lot. Okay. Because boys will be boys or something. It's very dichotomous. I know I use that word a lot, but it is. My story went a little different. I thought he was dead for a second. And when he moved on the ground, I walked into my school crying to my teacher that I was an idiot. Then at the end of the week school assembly, the teacher stood me up in front of everyone and said I showed no remorse. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I think the only thing worse than the right adults to intervene when necessary is the wrong adults there. Holy fuck. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I was literally thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder if there's something like a fake dog bark part of an alarm system you could set up. But at that point, just get in a fucking alarm system. And that, my friends, is how you give kids a complex against authority. Oh, 100%. I mean, how many of us went to an adult for help and got in trouble and stopped going to adults for help on the spot? Dear adults, when a kid asks for help, don't stop to get them in trouble first, please. They stop asking for help immediately because like, oh my God, asking for help means you yell at me. Well, I'm done. And then you become a violently independent adult who cries all the time. It's crazy. It's great. Look at my nail polish and my cup. We're matching today. Look at that. I dare a motherfucker to hit me. I grew up in an abusive household. I dare a motherfucker to hit me too because I know what's in me. I know I hit back. Instinct. There's something in me that just says you can't hit me, which I'm really grateful for, but I also don't want to hit people. I fell for my wife when I watched her lay out her ex. After he got in her face, we started dating a few months later. You know, for those that, cheers, Najeel, for those that did also grow up in kind of violent households, do you find that you find comfort in a certain level of violence today? Cheers. Everyone on my dad's side has no way to show emotions properly. Messed my brother up real bad. I think I turned out okay. I think you turned out vile. You're actually, you're an anomaly. You're something we learned about in psychology, and I can't remember what it's called, but there's this freak of nature personality type that can not necessarily consciously reject the people that raised you, but your brain doesn't just immediately go, well, that's normal. Your brain questions it. So, like, your brain didn't go, no, it's totally normal for my aged father to make Christian rap songs in his 60s. Your brain went, wow, that's weird, Dad. You know, you're actually kind of a freak because your family's so weird. Like, that's actually like a thing that is studied. Because most of us, most people, and this is actually like evolutionarily good, we can't help but turn out like our parents. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things in the animal kingdom, if our parents survived long enough to breed, then theoretically they have genes good enough to make good kids, genetically sound children. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it really takes at the end of the day is a jism and a good state of mind. Good song. On the keep it inside, stop crying, I'm barely still a millennial, almost Gen Z, and my parents were boomers. The lack of communication and skewed views I had as a result of this crap of keep it to yourself. And now they wonder why I spend all my time alone and not around others. I feel like I've inherited part of the Gen X generational trauma, emotionally scarred finger guns. I know, like, we're doing it, kids. We're doing it. Just tell the truth and you won't get in trouble. Tell the truth, doesn't get believed, gets in trouble for lying, so never ever tells again. Yeah.
I don't know why my kids are so private and secretive and they never want to share anything with me.
Really? How do you clean the gel bong? Oh, it's super easy because the gel is literally encased in the walls. So like that gel, you can see that? That's like in the walls of it. That's sealed in. I'll never be able to access that gel. That's just lives there in the walls. It's just like your normal, it's going to be gross in there now, but it's just your normal. I just use bong cleaner. It's actually it's a good little bong. She cleans really, really well. It's very much just a straight, there's no fancy shit going on in here, thank fuck, that's making it difficult to clean. It's pretty damn easy. But I just soak it with Grandmaster Smoke overnight. And then I give it a good rinse with like hot water. Yep, I just plug it and wash it out, yeah. It works really well. Yeah, I've actually thought about it multiple times. Like, I don't know how they get the gel in there. Or how they seal it in. But there's a bubble you can see wandering around, and there's definitely gel in the walls. I don't know. I have no clue. My childhood wasn't violent at all. I don't find comfort in it, but I am quick on the draw. Is that good? My childhood wasn't violent at all. My dad hit me once, and he immediately apologized and swore he'd never do that again. Oh my God, crazy. He literally on the spot? Can I ask why? What happened to make him hit you? We shout too. We're yellers. I get that. Violence has never bothered me. Grew up with it. Watched my father earn a 23-year sentence in a bar fight when I was like 6. I'm still bothered by it, but I'm not scared of it. And like, it's so gross to say, but there's something when a fight breaks out, like in a bar or in a parking lot or something, there's something in my body that lights up that's like almost excited. Like smelling a familiar cologne. So it's not like but it's like nostalgia. I know you. It's weird. And like, I don't know. It's very odd. It doesn't scare me though. Silence scares me more. Quiet apprehension, tentativeness, that scares me a lot. When you won't say what's on your mind, I'll dig. I'll dig for your mind. I'll lobotomize you, bitch. Show me what's inside. I can remember multiple times when my grandma was abusive to me in front of other people, and I had grown adults ask me, a child, why does she treat you that way? The fuck? As an adult now, I never do that shit. You're breaking the cycle, and that's good for you. Is that science, though? What? Good morning, Panther. I hope you're doing okay, honeybean. I had an aunt who made country western songs about how the government was out to get her and do experiments on her. That's awesome. My mom smoked through both her pregnancies. Smoking doesn't necessarily do horrible things other than low birth weight because smoking causes the mom not to eat as much. But if your mom smoked when she was pregnant with you, you are statistically more likely to smoke as an adult. I don't know what happened to me as a child, but if you grab me, I have to fight not to black out, to not start swinging. Something happened. Yeah. I'm real glad my dad didn't have kids with his first wife, which I found out was a thing after my mom, his second, got divorced. Oh. Well, that's creepy. They're amazing. Oh, Brock, it's so easy to clean. Oh my God, yeah. It's literally, I mean, if you removed this gel wall, it's exactly my other little bubbler. It's almost the exact same water tank on the inside, same size and everything. But the cool thing is that I rinse it out and stick it in the fridge, and it's just like ice cold. So literally inside, I've got like that much water, like nothing, because the bong just cools down every hit so much. It's really nice. I've never had one like that before. Is the overlay getting days since CK's last? Oh. Should we have days? But it will always be, well, it's been 3. I was going to say, it's always going to be 0. It's been 3. I don't think I've hurt myself in like 3 days. Knock on wood. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I wasn't hurting myself all the time. I genuinely, like, if I wake up in no pain, I'm like, now what? Like, what do you just do? You just, like, go about your day? I was called too passive by teachers because I wouldn't talk to adults or other kids. Just went, oh, so other kids hurt me for existing and adults don't give a shit. Cool, clam up it is. Yeah, a lot of us did that. And the fact that they don't understand the clam up is, I think, ignorance. It has to be. It's so weird to me. And this is just some bitch on the internet. How can a teacher of a certain amount of years not pick up on things in their kids? Like, it's so stupid for for a teacher of any amount of experience to look at a kid and be like, I can't believe you're just acting this way, bad kid. Because that teacher is literally inundated in children and their behaviors 24/7. There's no fucking way you're not picking up on cues and shit as to why that kid is acting that way. And you would think, again, just some bitch on the internet, that a teacher would be like, oh my God, this kid is really acting out. Something's going on at home. Something is fucking happening. We need to look into it because I care about this kid. But like, they must not give a fuck. I have no idea. I just don't know how that happens. Like, how can you not become like crazily intuitive into kids if you're just around them all the time? I don't know. We need to talk later. I'll fucking end you. Tell me now. Yeah, I can't do that. A recognizable trauma. I suppose that's why the world is what it is. Familiar. Yeah. So is the idea of the gel to keep the water cool. It makes your hit cool. Yeah. It's like sticking your bong in the fridge overnight. You're just going to have cooler hits. And the reason I'm always attempting to make my hits colder and colder and colder is because the only viable research we have as to looking into the possible unhealthy side effects of smoking marijuana constantly is the chronic heat exposure to the mucous membrane of your throat. We know this by looking at corpses of Eskimos. Not Eskimo, they don't like that anymore. Of people just born, like ancient people of the northern Canada, like literally the northern Canada regions where it's like snow all the time. And looking at like native corpses because they're so fucking well preserved in the ice. We can literally, they still have skin. We can test everything about them. We could look at the epithelial cells of their mucous membrane and we can see that they're actually developing cancer cells by the age of 40 due to the fact that they live in such a cold environment. Everything they consume has to be heated to around 160 to 185 degrees just to be consumable because it will just actively freeze. Like, it will just freeze because of the environment, you know what I mean? And so what we have conjectured as scientists is that chronic exposure of 165 to 185 degrees, 145 to 185 degrees to the mucous membrane of the throat. Chronic meaning the exposure is happening often enough that your throat can't heal in between exposures is enough to cause precancerous cells to start to form. So hot fucking smoke out of a pipe is probably the worst thing we can possibly do for ourselves. The marijuana itself can't do shit, though. The only way pot can kill you is if a crate of it falls on your head and breaks your neck. That's it. But the heat can. So I'm always looking for a way to cool this shit down even more. Make it cold. Cool it down. Oh my God, Alti, same. The silent treatment. I didn't realize how bad. I actually, as a child, I thought I was lucky that I got the silent treatment. And then you grow up and you go to therapy and your therapist is like, no. It's not the silent treatment. That's not what anyone's giving you. They're using that as a cop-out. They are withholding love as a punishment. No, my mom couldn't do that to me. It's not silent treatment. We have to stop calling that. It is your parent actively withholding love because you did not perform in the way they proposed you should. That's it. How? Raise your hand if you're a parent in chat and you can actively think of a moment you've not loved your child. What the fuck? Cheers. Not to that, but you know. I want to try to light my lighter with my thumb because I'm so tired of this fucking... It's fine. That was hot hit. Dream, that was my brother. My brother who's in and out of jail all the time. And it's because his mom used to choke him out. Kids don't know how to do violence. They have to be taught how to do violence. But my brother Corey used to jump up on his teacher's desk and try to karate chop her face when he was like in kindergarten. I was a child in the 70s and no one did that back then. If they did, they would have found out my father was essaying and beating me regularly and beating my mother. That's what I'm saying. But like, I think that just from what I've heard, because I know teachers today, what I've heard is that back in like the 70s and 80s, like if a teacher noticed something, they weren't allowed to tell. It was actually taught the opposite. Like keep it in, teach that child how to hide that behavior. Like so fucking crazy. Also, side note, I'm sure this goes without saying, but I'm so far sorry any of that happened to you. That's fucking gross, and you didn't deserve any of it, and you did nothing to deserve any of it. I hope you know that. Funny story, my kid got a black eye after falling off the bed, went to school, and who not speak about it, guess who had a parent-teacher call? 100%. I mean, you know who went to school with a black eye as a kid that was given to them by their alcoholic father, and no one called home? At least they called home and there was nothing wrong. You know? Excuse me. He ate my last honey bun, JK, by the way. Get him! I love me a honey bun, though. That's some serious shit. It's cruel, and I reckon myself doing it for the first year of me and my BF's relationship. It's then that I realized how fucked up it was. That's the difference between you and them, though. Between us and them, is that we actually analyze that behavior, look at it, and choose to acknowledge it's shitty and want to change. I can absolutely own up to the fact that I've been a piece of shit. Whereas, like, there's something about what my grandparents did to our parents' generation where it's like, no matter what, they can never accept that maybe they fucked up and they did something wrong. Ever. Because that would mean you're a failure at life or something. And I'm like, I don't feel like a failure at life, even though I've failed multiple little things. To be fair, though, I didn't know I had a kid for years, which is insane. That's insane. My mother would literally shove me away when I would try to get a hug and would turn and hug my little sister. Years later, she would apologize and admit, you went without so your sister could have? Ew. I'm not going to trauma dump here, but I recognize the conditional love statement. It's not trauma dumping when we're all just having a conversation. This is relating. I don't know, man. I saw a post recently that was like, it was really sad. It was a video of this chick talking on Instagram, and she was like, I reached out to one of my friends because I was really having a hard time, and my friend told me to stop trauma dumping on her because she's having a rough time, and now I'm just scared to reach out to any of my friends ever or talk to anyone because, like, where's the line? When am I just sharing with people who are sharing, and when am I trauma dumping? We're all sharing here. This ain't trauma dumping. This is me being like, hey, I was hit by the people who made me and were supposed to love me most in the world. And you being like, oh my God, mine neglected the fuck out of me. And I'm like, fuck. But like, look, we're all right. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but like, this is commiserating, boo. It's different. It is toxic as fuck. I agree. It's gross. I mean, that's not how you support friends in any way. That's not how you support anybody in any way, shape, or form. Wow. My dad literally told me multiple times, the law says I have to feed you and give a roof over your head. It doesn't say I have to love you. I love quoting the fucked up shit our parents say because I'm sure they had no idea what they were saying. I mean, probably. The shit, I didn't get the silent treatment, but I did get talked to like I was the biggest fucking idiot anytime I made any tiny mistake. I fucking hate that for you. That's so fucked. Hot honey buns and ice cream. Oh my God. That sounds so good. What do you mean? Yum. Hello, Worsty. How are you, love? Let me just eat some pickled onions. How worried do I need to be? Okay, not as worried as normal because there's something about the pickling process that does, it denatures whatever it is, the sugar in onions. It's a sugar that basically is just really hard for dogs to process. If he ate a few chunks of pickled onion, you're fine. It's a big old raw onion. That's when you got to worry. Should be okay. Just keep eye on him. My dog's got onions once too, and I had to go through this because it was scary. Oh my God, Chronicle is totally fine. I accidentally caps all the fucking time. You can tell when someone accidentally caps because of the lower cases and the fucking punctuation in a sentence. It's so obvious when someone accidentally caps a sentence. It's totally fine. I do it all the time. I get too passionate and I type out and hit enter, and then I look over and I'm like, oh no. I love that this is a safe healing space where we can let out raw screams about life and not be judged for it. Hard same. I know I'm not the only one here that grew up in an environment where talking about your feelings was soft, yes, Sally. I'm especially proud of everyone in here who's gone through that or similar shit and still managed to be open and vulnerable about around other adults. Even prouder if you healed even the slightest bit. Same. I think I say it too often, and I know I get corny about it, but there's so many of you actively have kids in this chat or are planning to have kids or whatever who are just like going forth, and every day you acknowledge that it is a struggle to break the fucking cycle. It never is just done. I think it's ingrained in us, and it's every single day. It's whatever that instinct is to happen, stepping back from that, looking at it and going, no, I'm not going to act like that. It's thinking before we speak, as opposed to being like, well, that's just the way I was raised back in my day. No, fuck that. What? It's hugging your kids because we didn't get those hugs when we were kids because where the fuck were our parents to hug us? We all came home alone. We went to bed alone. We fed ourselves. Those are little ways you break the cycle every fucking day that makes it a better world for the kids that are coming. And I think that's pretty fucking cool. Yes, my son. Yes. What can I do for you? In my opinion, trauma dumping is more when you share happy news with me, but then I turn around and tell you my misery. Yes. Me too, Mish. Or you know what bothers me more than I don't think there is a thing as trauma dumping. There's sharing with friends and sharing your being vulnerable with people. It's the one-upping. It's like, me sharing and then you saying, you think that's bad. Try womp, 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 womp. This isn't a competition who was hurt more. Are you fucking broken? Well, we're all broken. You're dumbass. Stop it. Shut up. Unplug your keyboard. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. We are all so fucked up. That's why we commiserate. That's why we get along. We have similar traumas. That's already there. We're just like sharing the details now, It's like finding out that your friend goes to the same latte stand as you every day, and it's because you like the same grind. But like you've been doing it for years. You were already friends. It's just like, oh my God, you go to Bigfoot Latte or whatever. Me too. I love the white roast. Samesies. Crazy. We love coffee together. That's all it is. It's not you think you like coffee? I get a Jumbo Grande 24 ounce, 27 pump, misto, upside down ristretto, macchiato dick. Stop it. Stop it. You stop that right now. You stop that right now. Yeah, exactly. I'm in more pain. I win. What are you talking about? If you find yourself, you do this and you're like feeling a little like, oh my God, she's coming after me. I'm letting you know this is because of your parents. Your parents did this to you as a kid. You were like, ouch, I fell and I hurt myself. And your parents probably said something along the lines of, show me where it hurts. And then they stabbed it. Or they said, I'll give you something to cry about. Or they said, you think that's bad? I just worked a 12-hour shift in the mines and I can't breathe right. And my dick hasn't been hard for 17 years. What do you think?
And soon discover
You've been scarred. It's okay. You just need help. Gas, what up? Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the chat. You generous fuck. Go forth and be consensual in all the world because nothing in this world is sexual and pure super consent. All 5 of you. Thank you. Yep. Not under my roof, you won't. You were never considered part of the family. It was their roof. Not our roof. Not a family roof. It was their roof. and you had the privilege to live under that roof as your parents' cum child. I don't know. It's all really fucked up. Ah, yes, to grow up as a millennial. I think it's millennial and the people older than me, like V and Mish. What is that? I always fuck it up if it's Z or X. I don't care. It doesn't matter. The people right above me, we're the latchkey. They're the beginning of the latchkey. We're when latchkey was a little bit more shamed. Still latchkeyed though. Oh boy, my house, my rules was my dad's favorite thing to say. That shit. Is it Gen X? X is older than me. Z is Eliza. No, Eliza's still a millennial. Z is under Eliza, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, child. Okay. That line hurts me so deeply. Being given a reason to cry is so triggering. To anyone who knows that line, I'm so sorry. I hate it. Dude, Jade, have I ever told you? I saw this on, it was a post on Instagram, and it was this woman, she writes letters to her mother, who's not around anymore. Or was it to her mother? Or no, to her unborn child. I don't know. Anyways, there was a line in it that it still sits with me. I hope to God my child never knows the sound of my footsteps. That was the moment I realized I could pinpoint who was home and who was walking around by the sound of their footsteps at any given time, and I had 8 siblings. That's just living in fear 18 years straight. So much fear, you learn what everybody sounds like around the house so you can get the fuck out of the way. That's crazy. It took me until I read that, though, to be like, whoa. I lived in a basement, so I could hear everyone above me all day, and I knew exactly who was in the kitchen at any given time by how they fucking walked. And I knew their mood. That's crazy. Back when child abuse was punishment, exactly. It was just correction. Thank you for the hype train, by the way. A Zoomer. Okay, so Eliza's the Zoomer, and then the Xers are ahead of me. Okay. It doesn't matter. They're all made up terms. You unplugged me again. They're all made up terms. Ma'am? Millennials ended in 96. When did we start? Did you do that? No, Dad. Then how did it break? Scared lip quivers, so you did break it. Proceeds to fucking hunt me like an animal, drag me out of my hiding place, and hit me? Yeah. And you never broke it, did you? That's the crazy. Like, the sheer amount of things. What's crazy, and this might just be me, because I did kind of turn into a shit. You put your kid on a pedestal of shit, they will become shit. The crazy part is, like, I did do a lot of shit. I just didn't get in trouble for the shit I actually did, because I was good at not getting caught. But if anything happened in the house, like a bowl was broken, if no one else was home, it was me. And it wasn't me. But I would get punished for things I never did. It was just ridiculous. It's such a mind fuck. It's almost like they were just like making up for the things they knew they weren't finding. They were like, well, we're going to find some reason to hit you because we need a reason to like be angry or whatever. Which is fucking weird, right? You know, it's crazy, Knives. My therapist told me this. She was like, out of all the stereotypes of kids in the line, the middle child actually is the one that comes up most as the most prevalent, the most like true, I guess. And it's just the case of the middle child usually ends up a scapegoat because they run under the radar all the time. So when something's wrong and you can't quite figure out who to put it on, you just put it on the person no one really notices all the time. So this is my therapist's words. She told me we end up discovering how to become as invisible as possible. The most invisible, visible person in the family. Not needed till you're needed. You know? Not heard till they want to hear you. And it's just because they need a receptacle. It's very weird. Same. I mean, literally, my therapist says this, and then my mom will say things like, I don't understand why my kids moved away and just like are so private. And I don't understand why I'm just not part of your life anymore. And I'm like, really? Okay. You don't? That's so hard for me to like wrap my head around. Because, like, arguably your memories should be better than mine because you were the adult and I was the kid. You were there. You saw it. I don't know. You did it. I got blamed my whole life for ruining my mom's figure my whole life, but if you look at pictures of her from when me and my sis were born, she got thin after me. It was my sis that did it, but she was it was just, you were just a receptacle for her distaste, for her anger. Yeah. I'm sorry that happened to you, Jade. I'm sorry if any of you relate to any of this shit, but like, look at us still trudging. Look at us plugging on despite those fuckers. It is, she said, like, my therapist, she hates, you know, as I'm sure most people in psychology hate this, like, social media psychology world where people self-diagnose and, like, they come home with language from their therapist and then post it on their own Instagram profile like they're a therapist and blah, 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 blah. It's pretty prevalent. But one of the things that we talk about, because I have so many siblings, is I asked her, I'm like, what about, like, oldest sibling, youngest sibling? Because in my family, it seems to be really, really true. The oldest and the youngest of my horde, uber successful, doing real good. One owns a construction company, runs them, flips houses, is a self-made millionaire, doing fucking great. The youngest of our horde, my sister Sarah. Enough said. The middle? Dead. Prison. Dead. Not excommunicated, but like did what I did. Severed the umbilical cord and left the family because it's really unhealthy. Me severed the umbilical cord from the family because it's really unhealthy. And then Sarah. And the two oldest, literally, I haven't spoken to them since I was 7 years old. Crazy. I don't know. They kind of like, but I asked her about that and she was like, you know, the oldest, the youngest, like there's not really a lot there because it really depends on the age. More so your personality depends on the age your parents were when they had you, which is interesting. We could go there another time. But she said the middle child does tend to be, it's just a very easy scapegoat. And for some reason, because it happens since birth, they just accept that to be the family punching bag and they're cool with it. So they don't complain. So then it's not really brought up as a big deal, but it is the one like stereotype that really hangs pretty hard. And then like everyone's always really surprised when they actually disappear and move the fuck away or stop joining family events or whatever. Everybody's always like, oh my God, why don't we ever see so-and-so anymore? And then so-and-so is like, oh my God, you saw me? Crazy. Cheers. Ow. Hearing these stories and watching people's reactions make me realize that my childhood might have not been bad. I still became messed up. Everybody is a little messed up. Everybody. That's inevitable. There's no such thing as a golden childhood. There's no such thing as perfect parents. Like, parents could be great 99.9% of the time, and then that 1.1% of the time could do the damage. Like, really, I think that's just everyone's accepted, right? Even if you have kids, you're gonna fuck them up in some way or another, a little bit. Like, the goal is just, like, the minimal harm. Do the least amount of harm possible. But, like, you're human. You will fail. We're fallible. It's inevitable. That's totally fine. Everybody has different struggles. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's people who want to compare traumas and shit like that. And I don't think there's any comparable anything. No one suffered more. No one suffered less. Everyone went through a lot of bullshit. That's life. Life's a lot of bullshit. That's why there's pot. Cheers. There's pot and demon ducks and coffee. So there's a lot of bullshit. But there's no, like, less or better or anything. Like, I'm not bitter at people who had better childhoods. Like, I genuinely, like, this is what I tell Zach all the time, because he kind of had a little bit of a very lovely childhood for a bit when he was a kid.
Just why
I thought that was fake. I just, as a kid, literally watching shows like, or movies where people had like not divorced parents and kids that like lightly jostled each other, like, oh my God, those earrings. I was like, that's fake. Movies are fun. Crazy. Because in my family, it was like, your earrings, rips it out of your fucking ear, puts your head in the wall and leaves you so you don't catch the bus for school, and then you get in trouble for not going to school, and you try to explain to your moms because your head was stuck in the wall and you didn't really realize that you could have pulled your head out of the motorcycle helmet that was stuck in the wall until afterwards. And that's why you missed the bus. And really, you tried to get there, but you really didn't know how to get to school because you're 10. It's just different. Not worse or better. It's different. Pasty motherfucking bagel. Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the chat. You generous fuck. I appreciate you. Christopher Wow, Nanageddon, Gondra 87, Low Unicorn 666. Hail Satan. Prendium, y'all but was just the highest order. Go forth and be consensual. I appreciate you. My son is missing. He makes me nervous when he's just gone and silent. Oh. You back? What were you doing? Being mysterious? Okay. You're going to be cleaner for the rest of your life because you're stupid. You'll never be able to keep a man. Me and being CEO of a company with husband, which I have a relationship of 20 years with. Go on, darling. Hate me more. You know, the best revenge is a life well lived, bitch. And you'd fucking doing it. I think that pisses my family off sometimes too, that I do like make a living and live and I'm living okay. And I didn't follow like the recipe of the classic career and whatnot. And I think that upsets them a little bit because they'd make really snide jokes about it. My brother's fairly successful. My sister has a fucking master's degree and is getting married. Me, I'm the one who dropped out of college, went years unemployed. I'm only just now at 40 getting to the point of feeling successful. Hard same. I did a lot of those things too. I flunked out of college, believe it or not, and had to petition to get back in. I have a question. How many people here, women in particular, are late diagnosed autistic ADHD? What's considered late diagnosed? I was diagnosed when I was like 25. But I always love this quote. This is a quote from my mom. And I quote, "We always knew something was wrong." I know. What do you say to that? Me too. From the outside looking in, my childhood definitely looked like something out of a sitcom. It definitely not behind closed doors. Very much. That's usually the case, though, and that sucks because people look at you like you're crazy when you want to complain because they're like, no, I see what you're living in. It looks so perfect. And you're like, no, I have troubles and they're very valid. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no comparing shit. I hate when people do the one-upmanship, or if people try to be like, oh my God, you think that's bad? Try, fuck off. Trauma's trauma. Get out. Yes, son, come here. One fucked up thing is when you first start learning about how your parents messed you up and you already have a lot of sadness in you, so not the greatest self-control, and you confront your parents and they're like, why are you saying these things? Don't you love me? Bitch, I'm biologically programmed to love you. But also, kindly go fuck yourself for being unaware. Yes. I didn't even try to confront my parents. I just told my mom I was going to therapy. And like, I told her when I get my diagnoses. And it's the very, very stereotypical, well, I don't know what I did to deserve this. And I'm like, how's the weather? Is it cold? Okay. I always struggle with the comparison. I keep thinking it wasn't that bad. I just pretended I wasn't there and was happy my mom left. Don't compare, man. Wonder Why Married with Children show was so popular. Was that the Love and Marriage one? Good morning, Omega. Good morning. Well, I have a puppo in my arms. It's not the worst. Ow, that's my thumb. I'm sorry, Alti, that's fucked up. Finally found a reason to ditch me? Wow. I woke up with a panic attack. Boo. Drink some water, go for a walk. I know that's stupid, and right now because you're panicking and you feel like shit, it sounds stupid, but I swear to you, it works. You get diagnosed as an adult instead of a child, then yeah, definitely late diagnosed. I haven't been tested for anything at all. Diagnoses aren't always helpful. They're not. I don't seek them. I sometimes think diagnoses can actually hinder your recovery. They give people something to cling to and an excuse to perpetuate a behavior, which is not what therapy is for. Therapy is for, not being a piece of shit. But there's a lot of people who use it in that way, very much so. Yeah. Most therapists actually like are taught we're not very forthcoming with diagnoses because it's not really useful to you. It's useful to me as your therapist. It is not useful to you other than going around telling people you have this so that maybe you can use it as a little bit of a crutch to be a shitty person. Maybe. But really at the end of the day, a word doesn't do much. What band is this? This Lamb of God. Lamb of God, Momentum Mori. I believe. I think for lots of people, late diagnosis happens when they have kids and symptoms become less manageable and or when those kids then get evaluated and we realize it's genetic and have to come from somewhere. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think the reason my mom won't go to therapy is she's terrified of the diagnosis she got. Parents giving that, I don't know what I deserve this. Bitch, would you like a list alphabetically or chronologically? Maverick, can I tell you an idea I had once? I've never done this. I had this idea a few years back to send my parents my therapy bill, my bill from my psychologist, with a note that just said, you broke it, you buy it. I did not. But I told chat and y'all thought it was a funny idea. But I didn't. That seemed cruel. I got diagnosed with ADHD at 30. I told my mom about it, and she instantly made it all about her. Yep. Oh, we never would have guessed. Oh, where did I go wrong? Yep. A lot of narcissistic moms make daughters with ADHD, I think. I'm thankful my dad, fuzz on my mouth, did a ton of work on himself. When he retired, he apologized. Really? He apologized how he behaved towards me growing up. Really? A grown man? Whomst is not a hallucination, I'm assuming. Apologized? Genuinely? Okay. When I was finally diagnosed with MS, somehow that was my mother's trauma, not mine. What? And don't even let me start on the fact that my estranged brother had been living with MS for years, and she wouldn't tell me as that wasn't her story to tell. I don't even know what to say to all that, Mish. That's just fucked up. You know how doctors take the do no harm Hippocratic oath? Your mom would have her license pulled I think diagnoses are important if you feel like you need medicinal intervention, like meds. Oh, 100%. That's when they're important, is meds, really. Or if you need legal accommodations for your job. Otherwise, it's not entirely necessary if you know how to accommodate yourself in your everyday life. Very much so. It's more important to, like, I don't know. How do you say, like, it's important to recognize if the only reason you're going to therapy is for a diagnosis, why? What is that doing for you? I think. Versus, like, going to therapy because you want to feel better. I want to feel better. I don't want to feel like shit. That's why I go to therapy. But, like, my therapist is throwing around the tism here and there, but she's like, it doesn't, like, it's just who you are. Like, you know, mental spice is a fucking spectrum in itself. I already know my spice. I'm good. Validation. It can definitely give validation. And like Sarah was saying, definitely like work accommodations. Like if you know something's going on, but your work won't give you accommodations until you have that fucking label to put on it. Because it's invisible. Again, the like internal broken bone doesn't matter because no one can see it. So sometimes you need that to be like, hey, this is actually happening. Please acknowledge this. The insane amount of times I want to send my family the fucking bills. Yeah. Itemized trauma. Yeah. That's the level of petty I live for. Maybe someday. Awkward family gatherings is what that is. Yeah. I don't go to family gatherings, so they're not awkward or not awkward. It's going your whole life being told you're crazy and there's something wrong with you and wanting to know what it is so you can fix it, only to find out you have a genetic thing that makes you this way and there's nothing wrong with it. That's a big thing, is like there's nothing really wrong with any of us. It's just a different way of thinking, and the world is becoming more overtly stimulating, and I think a lot of us that have neurodivergencies, they start to flare, for lack of a better word, when we're overstimulated, but the entire world just won't stop being stimulating. And like the internet and the constant reach between people and the constant flow of news and whatnot doesn't help that at all. Like there's never just a chill. It's just constant, kind of inundating a little. I don't know why he wants to crawl up on my body today. I got up this morning, I opened the back door to let him out. He didn't even get out of bed to go outside. He was like, no. What's up with you? Are you getting old? This is really intense. He is. And then there's Bill trying to hump him. He is a lover. He just wants to be on me all the time. I know, bud. You can't be on me all the time, though. My dad took me to a psychiatrist because I went into a very deep depression at the age of 13. Like, he wasn't sleeping because he was afraid of me doing something. When I was talking to the doctor, he said he knew I had ADHD because I described hyperfocusing and kept bouncing around in the stories. Therapy is pretty great. It's pretty amazing to have a completely non-biased person who's trained in listening. And sometimes they just put life in perspective. They're not always on your side, and that's very infuriating, but they can definitely put life in perspective. I know. Normally it's the boobs. Today it's the neck. He just has to, I think he's one day just going to eat a part of me. He's going to like, ah. You're in my cords, bud. What's up? What can I do for you? We just need to stare at each other longingly for a little bit? Okay. Is this better? Are you the sweetest boy in the whole world? Okay. Sometimes you just need to look deep into the big black eyes of your dog, I guess. And that's all we need. I think they like their sweaters. It's been so fucking cold that they've been, like, him especially, he normally doesn't try to sleep with me at night. Lil's under my arm. He's been crawling into bed with me at nighttime and staying all night, like in a little cinnamon roll. I think they're so cold after getting shaved that they love their sweaters. I took them off for a day and they seemed anxious. I went over there with some stuff I thought could help. Next day, doctor said it was an infection. Oh, the same as what I have in every joint then. You have one on your hip? Oh, yeah, see, I deaf told her for 20 years. Wow. Do you think part of it's because no matter what, we're always just a kid? Good morning, Phoenix. How are you, love? I don't think he's gotten over Lil's lap session. That's why this is happening. No. An entire hour of Lil being off the ground in my lap, I think, fucked him up. He's like, that's my mom. Don't touch her. I love you, Bill. Oh, see? I can't even, like, look at her. He's like, Bob. Bill, stop, please. It's chaos. It's chaos in this living room today. Poodles are hunting dogs. It wouldn't be the first time someone passes away and their pet proceeds to eat their owner. Very much so. There was actually a study about that, and cats eat you. Dogs try to wake you up until pieces of you come off, and they just accidentally eat little bits of you. The system still has a long way to go on identifying neurodivergence in girls and women. The last time I tried to bring it up to my mal PCP, he told me it was just because I consume caffeine and might have sleep apnea. Wow, Sarah. I agree with you, though. It's, you know, this was, of course, way back when I was in school, which was 100 years ago. But one of my psychology teachers was talking, this was like kind of at the dawn of the mass, like, oh my God, kids have ADHD and we should do something about it thing, when they started over-diagnosing and then just loading kids up on Ritalin and turning them into zombies. That's when I was in college. And one of my professors she said it then, and she was like, it will always be difficult to get a diagnosis as a woman because oftentimes our masking behaviors, our masking patterns are deemed as likable personality traits by society. So my ADHD definitely flares my OCDs, and I turn into a psycho who over-organizes, reorganizes. I take books out of a shelf to reorganize them back in the shelf over and over and over again. I dust like a maniac. I clean constantly because I'm anxious. I'm constant, and my brain is going. But that's, like, who wants to turn that off? I'm a live-in maid. I'm a live-in maid. Get me on a real bad day, I'll make you dinner. I'll make you a fucking pot roast. That's my worst brain day. No one wants to turn that off. And that's what we are as kids. When we're kids, the ADHD girls tend to be very, like, hyper-organized. They turn very type A because we're so anxious and so, like, trying to find control in a world where we can't find any control. And so it's very, like, neat and put together, and they're the girls that have the perfect hair already, and their clothes are put on right when they're really little, and they're really put together, and it's because they are fucking on the inside going, ah! And they can't fucking figure it out. But that's, like, really positive traits. Why would you want to turn that off? Why would you want a kid to be a kid? They're desirable, thank you. They're seen as desirable traits. So it will historically always be really hard for forward female-facing people to get diagnosed because, like, how do you complain about those traits? Like, I can't stop cleaning my house, and everything sparkles and is really well organized, and you're complaining about this? Yeah, but I can't not do that. I'd like to do other things. Like, I can't remember the last time I laid on a couch and read a book for 2 hours. I used to do that a lot. I'd like a medicine to do that, please. Something. Anything? No one wants to turn that off. It's really hard. Whereas, like, in people who present as male, it tends to come out as anger, aggression, traits that aren't necessarily deemed as positive in everyday society. Lots of energy, bursts of energy, erratic energy. So they're much more likely to get a diagnosis and to get medicated. Because people do want to turn that off. I miss reading, too. I've been trying to get into a book lately, and every time I do, my brain is just allowed to go to the darkest places. Like, reading is my poison right now, and it's really depressing. It's like, I sit down with a book, and my brain's like, do you want to think about the most important people in your life and how they're definitely going to die before you? Sick. My brain does that. And then I'm like, why'd you do that? But it only does it if I sit and try to fucking read a book. Just trying to read it. When did I get you? What happened to your brother? Where'd you come from? Bubba, did she push you? Did she push you? Come here, Bubba. Don't let her be a bitch. Lilith, stop humping your brother. It's so weird. What happened? Reading is my escape if I'm in a good series that I'm thinking about, but I haven't been able to find one in a bit. Shmoo. They're adorable. Just most of the time, they're just a wooing. Thank you for saying so. I love my little puppers. This is Trick, and this is Lilith, a.k.a. Bill, Billith, Bill, Lil Bill. And this is my boy, the Void. I don't want to hit you in the face. There you are. He's the sweetest boy. You are the sweetest boy. Did you get a hair in your mouth? You deserve that. Crocheting keeps my hands busy enough to keep the horrors at bay. I've been working on another leather project because I realized keeping my hands busy does help. So what I've been doing, what I'm finding, because I do love reading and it's really killing me that I can't read right now, I'm listening to an audiobook and doing leather craft at the same time, or crocheting. Like I have like a blanket I work on forever or whatever. But I do like this. Yesterday was just a terrible, horrible, very good, bad, not good day. And so during movie night, Knives gave us bonus movies because we were all just talking about how we needed to dissociate. So what I did is I finished all the edges of all the leather pieces. That's just the lining for the inside of a bag. It's not even, you're not even going to see any of this leather, but I went and I hand punched all of them and finished. I don't know if you can tell what I mean by finished them, but you finish them. You bind the flesh. You bind the flesh of the fallen to line the bag. And then this is the bag. It's inside out right now. So I can put the lining on. But I do all the hand stitching, and this helps so much keep the horrors at bay. Because it's not just like sewing stitching. Sewing stitching's too light and too easy. That lets the horrors come. This is painful two-handed stitching, and I don't have a fucking stitch pony anymore. So I'm holding it with my thighs, like ranking wax thread through holes of dead animal, and it hurts. And it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of, like, consciousness. So I put an audiobook on, and then I'm doing this, and that seems to help. I did all sorts of threads. I'll show you what it looks like. Nice to put a face to the barks, yes. The barks you mostly hear, that's the Bill. She's a hoe. Oh. Yeah, mouth battle. It's gonna be a bag like that. But I'm lining it. It's a cute little bag. I did white, pink, and blue thread for no reason in particular. That's been keeping the horrors at bay. Definitely. I'm adding a ribbed CK brow. Hell. Edge of the cardigan I finished the other day. Fuck yes. When I quit my job January 1st, I got back into crocheting and it helped keep out my own head. Yep. I mean, literally, I put on movies and do that. Keep my hands busy, and there's something about that, but I have to have, it's a very delicate balance of having both going. If I don't have both of those things going at the same time, then the anxiety and all that bullshit definitely starts to happen in my brain, and I hate it a lot. It's so crazy strong these days, and I know I'm not the only one going through that, but man, has it been a crazy strong, just no good, very bad year. I was the kid who liked to pretend I was the characters in my books, but my brain does this weird thing when I read where it almost blanks out and just visualizes the book like a movie. I love that. I do that sometimes when I'm driving and it is not safe. You ever do that when you're driving like a long distance? You kind of like black out and come to days later, minutes later, and you've made it. You drove. You were conscious enough to drive and like make turns and stuff like that, but you're definitely not where you were the last time you were conscious. Same. Highway hypnosis. Is that a thing? Oh my God. I used to do it all the time because I used to drive the exact same, like, very long highway to and from school and work every single fucking day. Yep, used to happen every night on my way home from work. What is that? It's terrifying. No, it is terrifying. I don't think it's safe. I think it's part of the reason I drive a stick is driving a manual keeps my like brain conscious and there and present the whole time I'm driving. Oh, my fucking back. Terrifies me, to be honest, someone who got run over. I can't believe you fucking got run over by a car, though. That's terrifying. I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't think I've ever been run over by a car. It's run over my foot. Yeah, the number of times I've gotten home and been astonished how I made it safely. Yeah, same. I always love listening to video game or movie soundtracks. I'd visualize them. Dude, maybe I should try to do that more. I used to listen to soundtracks like, I'd listen to like the Gladiator soundtrack and Paint. If I don't have the kids with me, wait, my mom used to call me all the time, and I think it was because she had a long drive. I worked 40 miles away, mostly freeway driving, and I'd come to almost home and not remember even getting on the freeway. That's maladaptive daydreaming. That's actually what it is when we like black out driving. Very scary. Very scary. If I don't have the kids with me, I call my brother. My mom used to call me almost every day, and I think it was probably that. It's fine, just some scratches, weirdly enough, and those were from my dad pulling me. Oh my fucking God. To be very honest, Alti, I think people need more of a healthy fear of cars. That's just like thousands of pounds of steel moving 60 miles an hour. I think we get a little too safe feeling. It's a lot, and humans are fallible and humans suck. I think we should be a lot more conscious of that. I think about that when I hear about people on motorcycles and shit. I'm like, if like, and I'm not saying anything you did is wrong, but if anything goes wrong, if anyone sneezes and there's a fender bender, you don't live. That bike doesn't live. What are you doing? You're just out there naked amongst thousands of pounds of steel moving 60 miles an hour. Accidents happen literally every moment of every day. I'd rather put myself in something with a roll cage that I'm probably going to keep maybe a little alive in. Only 60? Okay. I don't remember what the speed limit is in Seattle, actually. I think it's like 60 or 70, which is wild. Down here, it's 70, 80. Colorado's crazy. They don't give a fuck. The only time I call my mom now is the 30 minutes I have to drive home from work. I can handle her in those small amounts. Yep. There's plenty early Ulta inventory days where I don't remember driving there and forget where I parked. That's fucking crazy because it's so early in the morning. Oh, I don't have a license. My husband let me sit at the steer, and I pushed my foot down a little and I broke out down in a panic. Oh, that's okay. Not everybody needs to drive. It's better for the world. Don't put yourself through that. There's dog fuzz on me somewhere. I have tape. It's anti-dog fuzz. Kissed my dog, and now I've got fuzz on my nose. So, I was thinking about starting Claire Obscure today, my dudes. What do you guys think? I looked at Eco. It doesn't look like anyone's in Eco yet. I know Elle is planning to play it later today. But they added 10 more days to the server, so we're not necessarily in a major rush anymore. I mean, still want to have stuff done, but, It was a fuzz. I got it. It's right in the middle. I groomed them and they're still shedding fuzzes on my nose ring. Right in the middle. I have never played Clair Obscur before. I've had it downloaded for months. Installed and downloaded for months. I've never played it. I used to call my dad all the time until he passed. Now I don't have a long commute, but when I do have a long drive, if I catch myself zoning out too much, I call someone. That's smart. Do it. I must eat food for my blood sugar. Go get some food, you nut. Scooters are great. They're better for the environment, honestly. Stick with scooters. Not everyone needs to drive. I need to get this for. Let me send it to you. What am I getting? I've never played Abiotic Factor. I don't even know what it is. There will be a first-time playthrough, so will be a strict yes, it will be an absolute. I have not seen 1 second of this game. I am a little pissed, honestly, very honestly. I'm pissed off how familiar I am with that goddamn song. That pisses me off. Because I feel like it would have been really, really emotionally moving had I gotten to experience it while playing the game. But instead, I've heard it 500 times by 500 people over and over and over again. And we all watched the Clair Obscur Awards, so that was just over and over and over again. And it has no meaning to me yet. So it's just like right now a very annoying song that won't stop. And I'm really hoping it didn't ruin the game. It's a survival type game, Fallout in a different wrapper. Oh, is it an MMO? I love an MMO. I'm ready, Knives. Are you sending it to me on Discord? What are you sending me? What's happening? Yes, I've heard it makes them cry. I know, which awesome, because like, you know, of course I've been fucking crying lately. It's not an MMO, but you can only play up only 6 people in a crafter? Okay. It's cute, but like, how do you pull that off when there's games like Eco where it's like, you can have like up to 100 people? I just don't understand how any game's like, you know, we can't quite do 100, but what about 6? What the fuck? What the fuck? In a survival? I need to get some coffee, 1 sec. These baby hairs are driving me nuts. Look at this. This is causing my headphones to fall off. What is this? What do you do with this? What do you do with this? Back in the day, I would have backcombed it and hairsprayed it up. Boop. What is this? Help. I hate it. It's making my headphones slide off because I have all this short hair up front. Do you have the cowlicks too? Because then I have these, and it really fucks them up. On both temples, I've got a really bad cowlick. And it just makes, what is this? Do you braid it? Do you wax it off? What are these? They never turn into real hair. It's right. It pisses you off because they're tickly. The weird floofs, yep. They're just like, they're eternal baby hairs because I swear to God, they never grow up. They'll never be like this. They just stay this wispy bullshit. Like a front, oh my God, Saronlin. A front Jedi braid. Perfect. We're doing it. Don't be jealous of my hotness. Do I have anything to receive files on my gaming PC? Nope. Did I do it? Well. I don't know if I can get this braid out ever again. We could angle fish it. Hey, ladies. Hold on. I have a clip. Well, I had a clip. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Damn. I have a knife. Well. Jealous? Are you feeling seduced? Thanks. I'm gonna get some coffee. Be right back. I let my dogs out so we can get that over with. Very seductive. Thank you. We should have done 2. Like they did in the 90s. The little aliens. Could we do more? Do I have enough fuzz for this? I'm making it sexier. Don't freak out. Look away. I mean, is it in the mod store? Oh, you know what, Knives? You could send it to me in Steam chat. That's on my okay. That's on that computer, clearly. Oh, not files. I thought it was a link to files. Do you know the name of the mod pack? Maybe is it in the Steam store? Steam mod, whatever. I don't even know if I'm braiding anymore. I'm just moving my hands in the motion and hoping there's hair there. Oh no! Oh no, we're tangled. Well. I think I fucked this one up. I know. You're jealous. Should I keep it until he wakes up? I couldn't get this one to stay. This cow looks more wily. She's a wily bitch. Yeah? Can I make an alert for my St. Jude campaign of you saying for the kids with the oh my god. Like the one... Yeah, you can try. The one that St. Jude gives you through their website, like if you connect through their website, it's just the stock. Thank you! And it's real creepy. I don't know if you can put your own alert into it. Okay. Try it. I don't remember if there's a way, because I know for the last 2 years I've been stuck with, thank fuck you. And it just gets creepier and creepier, and there's no way to tell St. Jude, like, do you realize how creepy it is? I'm clicking the thing Knives sent me. Let's see. I wish I had a clip, just so I could drink my coffee. It's a little long. Claire Obscure Fix. Download. Manual. You have to be logged in to download files. I have a Nexus mod shit. I used to use this for ESO. I just don't know what any of my information is anymore. I'm not going to tell you what my password was, but it's been so long since I logged into Nexus that my password was Millie associated. Oh, I can't. My screen and my phone's broken, so getting into my email and, like, doing the email, whatever is... I might be able to do it. Wait. Oh, my account's dead. Knives is probably screaming at me right now in a chat I can't see. You don't have to have an account! Oh my god! And I'm not seeing it. Are you doing that, Knives? Yay! Download. It's not downloading, and I don't know why. You do need to have an account. I do have an account. We're good. But it's not downloading. Like, every time I hit download, nothing happens. I don't know what's happening. I think we should start ETH3 today, and then I'll play Eco a little bit later. Manual download. And then nothing happens. Do it. Do it. Yay, it did it! Okay, then what? Yep. I've got the file. Look at what my hair did. I fell asleep with it wet. What the fuck? It's my sex appeal. Don't be jealous. I don't think I have a zip manager because this is the gaming PC and nothing should be on this PC except games. I have to move my squid. What do you mean? Rats. What do you mean? You know, braiding it did make it stay. We might be onto something weird here. Should it? I'm just going to show you what I'm looking at. And I'm going to ask really nicely that you explain step by step like I'm a literal 5-year-old who needs things literally step by step. Because I am. Ignore this. That's our file. Now what? This is my zip manager. Sexy. Let's go. Click Sandfall. Okay. Thank you for helping me, by the way. It's been a while. Keep going. Oh. How is this so long? I don't know. I trust Knives, though, because he really liked this game. Copois. Got him. Rats. So now we need to put those in your Claire game folder. Okay, that's already installed and everything, so this should be easy. I'm just changing my the stream title and stuff so people know we're gonna dive into this. This is Virgin Experience, so I'm gonna say first time. Okay. Oh, ouchies. It's been a hot while since I played. Still got to start the DLC, so I'm not up to date with issues. Is it an issue we're fixing, Knives, or what is it? I have no idea. I'm just going to do that again. Cheers, also, I owe you. And then we're going to go into our Claire Obscure files, which... Where's it going to be? It's not Claire with an E. Nope. Oh, well, there's the Claire Obscure fix. Oh, there's a thing in the game that auto sharpens the game and makes it look horrible. This fixes it. Also uncaps the cutscenes from 30. Open up a new window. Go to this PC. Local disk. Probably, right? Program files? Is it the 86 or just the normal ones? What up, Reasonable? How are you, love? Now where's it going to be? Me neither. That's why I usually use this program files search. Ooh, Ooh, I found Steam in the 86 one. What if it's this one? Is it this one? It is. It is. Ooh, okay. Okay. Steam apps? Okay. 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 Not okay anymore. Common. We're getting there. We're doing it. Oh, yay. Okay. Expedition. Oh, yay. Okay. We're getting there, kids. We're doing it together. I have a new TFT build I've been working on, by the way, guys. It's pretty good. I took a first the other night with it. Almost 100% health. Kind of crazy. Binaries. Common. Wait. Sandfall. Binaries. Windows 64. Okay. I am gonna slap it right in the booties. Paste those files right in there. Paste. You have to pretend I snapped two-handed, because ouch. And we're done. And that should be it? Okay. I don't know what it looks like without what we just did, so I won't even notice. Can I just exit? I can just close this shit, right? Yeah. I don't even know what we did. So this will be muy interesante. Okay. Before we dive into this, let's take a right break, yeah? Proper break. Stretch your legs, get a snack, get a beverage. I hear this is a very serious game. I hear it's going to make me cry. I'll grab tissues. I don't know. I have watched none of it. I have kept myself the fuck away from it because I like to be surprised. So this is super, super exciting. I'm very excited. What's the mod called? In case I'll need it. Ooh, what was it called? What is the mod called, Knives? We can share it with people. Where the fuck did our little conversation go? What was it called? Thank you, V. I appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you, Knives. Clear. Oh. It's the Clear Obscure Fix. That's all it's called. Clear Obscure Fix. Clear Obscure Fix. I'll save it just in case. But Knives put it in the chat if anybody wants to grab the link. I'm excited too. But like I said, first, proper break. So stretch your legs, do what you need to do. I'll just leave this bitch up. 0 minutes. We're getting ready. I'm going to get the dogs because they're outside. Get some more coffee. I'll get a beverage. Get a snacky snack. Maybe today's a chicken burgie day. I'm very excited. Braid your front bangs. I'll be right back. Coffee. Did I leave you guys in silence? No, I didn't do that, right? No, there's music. Okay, we're fine. It's like, Katie, no. Not again. Did you guys hear my dog? Could you hear Trick? He had a lot to say, is all I have to say. Sometimes that boy really needs to speak. I don't know what the fuck gets into him, but he does this thing where he looks at you and goes, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And he was so loudly doing it in the hallway. I was really hoping you guys would hear it. It was so fucking cute. I never mean to leave you with your thoughts, honestly. Good morning, David. You're just in time. Should I tweet that I'm starting this game? Probably. I think a lot of people have been waiting for us to finally jump into this game. That would be nice to do. Yeah. I made this for you. Do you find me arousing?
It's great. I love it. Thanks, guys.
I like to suck on it. That's disgusting. It's happened finally.
Check on Chewy order.
Huh?
Check on Chewy. See when it's coming.
Oh yeah, I will. I remember I delayed it like crazy because we had so many, so I'll look at it, yeah. She's asking me about Chewy. Hold on. Claire Obscure. 33, right? It's like Claire Obscure. What is our title? Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Expedition. What a weird word expedition is. Expedition 33. Yeah, this is my first playthrough ever. Very, very virgin playthrough. I don't need to tell you guys this, that like, you'll be bopped. Like, don't ruin this. This has to go in the back or something. It tickles me so bad. You're so tickly. Shoo, little braid. The braid does keep it together though. That's kind of nice. Yep, unless I ask. If I, like, how do I say? I'll ask. I think it'll be very apparent if I ask. Yes, there's so many people in here that love this game so much. I think there will be a group flogging if you ruin this for me. I'm moving your chat up a little bit so I can see you guys better. As much as I love a group flogging as much as the next person, I'd rather not have a game ruined for me. So please, for the love of God, when you find yourself trying to tell me how to do something, stop it. And literally, if you don't know, just be like, Katie, do you want help right now? That's all you have to say. Katie, do you want help right now? And I will take that into consideration because I don't know when to ask for help sometimes. That's very apparent. I am bad at asking for help. So like if I look very stuck or something, Katie, do you want help? That's it. That's all I need. I would like help with the combat. I've heard that's complicated. There was a hair in my mouth or in my coffee. I have no idea. Yeah, give me the best settings for the game, Knives. I've got it up. I'm ready. Let's pause the music because I have no idea what's gonna happen. Boobily doop. Boobily doop. Okay. Are we ready? Can I play with a controller? Does it matter? How should I play? Hello, Mag. How are you? Have you played this? Ooh, you have played this? Oh, I'm very excited. Is it better with a controller? Does it matter? You can ruin other stuff, though, right? I mean, if you want. Yeah, that's fine. Game recommends controller. Sick. Okay, cool. Cool. Controller's better. Controller's my favorite. It's just I can squirm around and be in better positions and postures with the controller. So I prefer that. Let's fucking go. Yeah. I'm sorry about the dog eating in the background. He was hungry. And Knives has sent me the shit, so let me check that. Thank you, Knives. I will put those settings in. Grab a controller and kick back. I'm fucking ready. This is the weekend. Let's kick back. Thank you, update. I've never played. You don't have to thank me yet. I'm just save, right? My bonfire. We rest there. It's our movie night here in about 20 minutes in our Discord. And so we should probably find someone to raid. Oh, I think it's the last day of CD-ROMathon, so we'll raid over into Zach for that. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. This game's amazing. You were right. As per the usual, you were right. It's amazing. I'll keep on check on when you get it done. Oh, God. It does autosave. Awesome. We're at flag 48, whatever that means. I'm really excited to get into it. I don't want to move any forth anymore because I'll just get lost in it and we'll never end. It's so good. I'm trying to think of like, what's the complaints I heard some people say about the game? That it's got too many systems in it. It's a little overwhelming. I could see how that could be the case if you're not like an avid gamer. I've played so many games that I can see every single little element from all the games that I've played in my life pulling into this. And they're good ones so far. But none of it doesn't feel overwhelming to me at all, and it feels very like familiar and natural. I like the combat. Interesting. Zeke's tried to get into it multiple times and can't get into it. He's told me he's tried it offline, he's tried it with stream, like he just can't get into the game for some reason. But we don't have exact same game taste, so I was like, I still want to give it a try. We're gonna jump straight back into this tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., yeah? My time? 11 Eastern, whatever. I think that's what we should do. This is pretty great. I'm very much enjoying this. I'm trying to think. I don't have one complaint. I love the system of going between the 3 characters. I like the upgrade attributes to learn skills. That's really easy. It seems really intuitive. Seems very natural so far. I really like JRPGs though. I've played a few in my life and I've liked all of them. I like combat like this. I love turn-based combat. And honestly, I kind of like that they mixed in the, it's like turn-based and then live turn-based or whatever you want to call it when the thing's attacking you. Therefore, you have to I keep wanting to say riposte, but it's, what's the word? Block it and shit like that or dodge. It's fun. I like it. They did a good job with this. I'm enjoying it. Take care of yourselves and take your joy, my dudes. Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, parry. Thank you. That's the fucking word. Kept trying to think of it. The parrying. I've never actually played a game before where they made the parrying fun or made me want to do better at it. Most of the time, I'm like, oh, this is just give me a sword and let me run and gun the situation. This was so much different and so much more entertaining. And I like the different, I don't know. It's still impossible to get the timing on some of it down, but not, I don't know. Not impossible, it's hard to get. I don't know. We'll play more tomorrow and we'll talk about it. It's movie night in our Discord. Everybody's welcome. We hang out in silence and we watch movies together. Please come join.